Hi everyone, Jason Camps here for C Squared Racing with another iRacing related video. Today we're going to cover the spotting feature in the software. Everyone knows you can drive an iRacing because it is first and foremost a driving simulator, but there are some other ways you can use it too. You can be a spotter, a crew chief, or even a spectator. And today we're going to focus on the spotting feature, which by the way is very similar to the crew chief feature. So if you're interested in trying that out, start off with basically the same set of steps that we're going to use here to make me a spotter. What we're going to do today is we're going to be spotting in a Track Racer Dallara Dash race, which is this series here. Instead of entering by clicking on the series, I'm going to go down here to the corner, lower right hand corner, which is my friends list. And yes, I know I don't have a lot of iRacing friends. Don't make fun of me. But one of my friends happens to be Christian Alatio, who is driving in this upcoming race, and you'll see next to his name is this little steering wheel which says that he's currently in a session. He just entered his practice session, and if we click on that, it gives us the opportunity to join the same session as him if we want to race against him, spot or spectate. And again, if you wanted to be a crew chief, you would enter, I believe, as a spotter, and then you can select crew chief once you're in spotting mode. But we're just going to do spotting. So we are going to select this, and you can, in the friends list, you can designate your friends as trusted spotters so that when they want to get into the race, they don't have to, constantly get approval. It just lets them in. So Christian has made me a trusted spotter. He trusts me. I don't know if that was wise, but he trusts me. So we get this little window here that says we're about to go racing. We'll click continue on that, and then from here it's very similar to entering a race as a driver. We get this green bar at the top that will eventually say join. We can lower this friends list now. So once this loads up, it says join. We will click that, and then it will start to load us into the simulator, just like it would if we were getting ready to drive in a race. So today we're going to be at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, running the oval configuration. Christian is primarily an oval specialist. That's what he likes to run. He runs everything, but ovals are definitely his favorite. So he likes these open wheel IndyCar style oval races. I know Charlotte is one he's particularly fond of. I think he's done pretty well there. He did race a race earlier, just before this, and he won that race. So he said there weren't a lot of accidents. So he didn't need us that race. Maybe he'll need us in this one. But we'll give you guys a good look at what it's like to spot for somebody. And Christian is, by the way, if you're not familiar with Christian, he is a pro driver. And so, he's pretty good at what he does. He's experienced enough that he races with a lot of pro racers on iRacing. So it's fun to work with him because you're working with somebody who is talented and will put on a good show for you when you're involved in a race. So we do a lot of stuff. There's another series that I and another gentleman help him with. I'm the spotter. The other gentleman is the crew chief, and it's been a lot of fun going through that series with him. Christian, you copy me now?
Yeah, I got you. Do you have me?
I got you loud and clear.
Awesome. I was saying we're leading practice at the moment, so that's positive.
Sounds good. I see you got the SpaceX colors on the car. All right. Well, I got you live with my YouTube audience here, just showing them what it looks like, and right now they're watching you go around the track and practice, and we're giving them a little demonstration of how the radio works, and now I'm going to show them how the camera editing works.
Awesome, man. Well, hope everybody enjoys. Hopefully we can put on a good show.
Okay, so I'm going to ignore Christian for a little while and show you that the next thing you got to do is get this to a point where you can see all the action on the track. So right now this view looks cool, but it's not very useful to me as a spotter. It's too zoomed in. I can't see what's ahead of him or behind him. So what we need to do is pick a different view. Some people like to start with the blimp view. It's a good place to start. I will change the view depending on what track I'm at. So it's not always going to be blimp. Sometimes I use the chopper view. Sometimes I use chase views. But what I can do to really make sure that they work the way I want it is there's a hotkey. I have it set up to Q. I think it's F10 or F11. You'll check. It's in the graphics settings for what button it is, but you can open up the camera edit window, which is what you see here. And this is super useful because you can modify all the cameras. And the biggest thing you can do is you can change the field of view just by moving the slider and move it in and out. And so I can be as tight or as far away as I want. So I can watch this race from space if I want, and it's really important. Um, the reason why you have the custom paint job sometimes is you need to be able to make sure that you can tell your car apart from everyone else's car. One thing that does help is up at the top here, aim type. It says at group. I always like to make that at car. That way I know that Christian's always going to be in the center of the screen. So if I'm not entirely sure which car is his, I know he's going to be the one in the center of the screen. So as long as there aren't two cars running side by side with the very similar paint jobs, we're okay. He's got a dark paint scheme that might be challenging at night. So we might not zoom out too far. But the other thing that I can do is I can change some of the XYZ offsets. And you'll see here I can tilt the screen up, I can tilt the screen down. I can even rotate it. One thing that I'm not a huge fan of when it comes to the blimp view is that the blimp, like a real blimp, drifts. So sometimes you want to go with a chase view or a helicopter view. Actually, a helicopter view drifts a little bit too. A chase view doesn't. A chase view will always align the camera to the car. And sometimes that works a little bit better when you've got, when you've got a course that's twisting and turning a lot. This is an oval. It's not too bad. So I think as long as we back it out enough, I should be able to see what I need to in front of him. Things come up on you pretty fast when you're in a car as quick. This is an IR18 Indy car. This is the current spec Indy car. So if somebody wrecks in front of Christian, he's going to be right on top of him before he knows it. So you really need to be able to see as much as possible. So edit the camera using all these different sliders. Usually the field of view and the offsets are the most of what I change. And then of course the aim type and the position type is just the camera type. So we'll get out of that. And then the other thing that if you're not real familiar with spectating iRacing is that if you hit I believe it's the space bar, it gets rid of all that interface material and you just see the full screen. So you might see people's screenshots with the iRacing.com logo at the bottom like it is here. This is what you do. You can just hit the space bar. The radio still works, but you won't see the little window on the screen that tells you you're transmitting. So if you're transmitting on the wrong channel, you won't know until somebody yells at you. So I don't like to use this view if I have to make radio changes because I want to make sure that I can... that wasn't what I wanted to do. Right here in the upper right-hand corner underneath where it says quit, it says team right now. That means we're on the team channel, and I can change that to private, all teams. That obviously transmits to everybody. So you want to make sure you're on the right channel. In our case, generally we want to be just talking to each other. So it looks like the practice session is ending, and we're going to be getting into the looks like qualifying, I'm assuming, will be next. All right, so we've left practice. We're now loading the actual race session. So we're going to be doing this for real. And guys, just follow along, and you'll get to hear everything I say to Christian. You'll hear everything Christian says to me, and you'll see the action on the screen. And hopefully we get some good action, and you can get a good idea of what it's like to spot. If you've ever listened to spotters in a race before, NASCAR, IndyCar, it's pretty similar. We try and stick to the same types of terminology, the same types of communication techniques. It will be different for every driver. I got with Christian when I started doing this to find out exactly what terms he likes. Does he like a lot of words? Does he like me to generally be quiet? Does he like more information? Does he want to know exactly where a car is relative to him, or does he just want to know that the car's there or it isn't there? Different drivers are different like that. So you get on the same page with your driver and customize the way you communicate to what works best for him. Because ultimately, he's the guy in the car. You don't want to distract him or do anything that stresses him out. Hey, Christian, I'm here. Oops. And now I'm on the right channel.
There you go. We'll see how this goes, man. And of course, because you're filming this one, this will be the one that I don't win.
Yeah, please don't embarrass us both in front of my audience. That's my job, and I do it quite well, and I don't need you stepping on my toes. All right, so we're in the race session right now. I think I have to redo my settings a bit here. It always resets your video settings, so we'll reset that to, that looks pretty good for now. And right now, Christian's going to qualify, so not much to see here. Actually, that's a little too far out. No, I'm not going to be quite that far in. Now, a challenge you have when you're spotting for real is that you don't get to modify your angle. You're in a fixed position on the track, and you're going to have a good look maybe at some places on the course, and then on the other side of the track, maybe you're looking through a pair of binoculars and you've got that tunnel vision. So sometimes the angle's not great. You might be looking straight down a straightaway and have a difficult time telling which car is slightly ahead of another. That's a real challenge. One of the luxuries of sim racing is the fact that I get to modify the camera a little bit to make it a little easier on myself. This is a view that you wouldn't normally get at Charlotte if you were a spotter in real life.
That should put us somewhere near the front.
Looks like right now you are P3. Yeah, so it looks like you're going to be fourth. All right, you don't have Timothy right behind you anymore. So it looks like you're going to be in the outside starting. So how do you feel about an outside start?
Behind 8th, they start wrecking. They try to warm up their tires, weaving back and forth, and they end up wrecking each other out. So that should be pretty comical for your viewers to watch.
Yeah, we've got a pretty wide angle, so we'll have a good view of that. If that starts to happen, I'll let you know.
The one thing I wish I did have you on that last race was I took the lead on lap 2, and I was pretty much leading the whole time. I had a 2.7 second lead on the guy in second, so I decided to chill a little bit, save my tires, and just run that higher line to kind of save the tires. And then when I checked my mirror again, he was down to like 0.4 behind me, and I was like, oh, crap, I guess I got to get back on it. Luckily, he hit the wall, and I didn't have to worry about it. But it would have been nice to have somebody to say, hey, second place is gaining on you, get back to running your fast line.
Yeah, absolutely. And, and to you folks watching at home, that's a big part of what a spotter does too, is gives you that heads up that somebody's coming. It's not just about steering you around wrecks. It's also about saying, hey, you got a guy coming up on you quick, look alive. So that's something we'll do for Christian tonight. We'll be trying to give him a heads up if he's got danger coming from behind or from in front of him. All right, folks, so we're going to be starting 4th place. We will get this stuff off the screen. As Christian said, sometimes we get some shenanigans on the pace lap and the start, so we'll keep an eye on it. If something happens behind Christian, we're going to let it go until we have to worry about him coming back around and having to drive through it if guys don't clear their cars off the track. One of the nice things about sim racing is that you can just hit a button and your car vanishes from thin air. You don't have to bring out a wrecker and actually extricate the car from the track like you do in real life. So these Delora Dash races generally don't throw cautions. So if a guy spins out and he's in the middle of the track and he decides that he just wants to sit there, then he's there and you have to deal with him. So, all right, pace car's in.
That guy's going to get black flagged.
So the car down low. Still down low. Still down low. You're all clear. We're P3 right now. Car high. Car high. Car high. Car behind you looking to go low. You're all clear. Car low. All clear. Running P2. Nice job. Car low. In the grass. Car low. Watch out. You're good. You're clear. You're clear. Keep going. Keep going. All right, bud. You're P1. Clean air ahead of you. Yeah, 5 back to the next car. All right, 2, 3 back to the next car. 2 back. He's in the high line. 1.5 back. 1 back. Looking high. You're all clear. 2 back. Go high, go high. You got lap traffic in front of you. You're going to catch 2 cars. Car on the wall. Watch this guy. He's going all over the place. Go low on him.
What does he do?
Car low, car low. He's having trouble holding it down on the line, so I don't know if I'd want to go on the outside of him. Still got a car low. Still got a car low. Still got a car low. Stay high, stay high. Car spinning. You're all clear. Car's entering the track. Stay high. Car low. All clear. Car high, watch out. Give him room, give him room. All clear.
That guy's an idiot.
Yeah, they're trying to wreck behind you, so just keep going. You're doing good. You're outpacing them. You got about a 6-7 car length lead, so the guys behind you are having trouble holding their line, so they're probably going to wreck before they get to you.
Any damage to the car?
Stand by. You look good for my angle.
Roger. It still feels okay.
Yeah, one of them got into your rear tire, but I don't see any damage.
Feels okay for now. What an idiot, though.
You got cars into the track. Stay high.
What's the gap to second?
It's about 3.3 seconds right now to second place.
Copy. I'm going to start running a little bit higher, just to save the tires a little bit. Let me know when he gets to about a second back.
Copy that. Go low, go low, go low, go low, go low, low.
That 7 car did not get out of my way.
No, and you had a series of them. They were all spinning simultaneously.
Well, I'll go back out and finish it at least, but geez.
All right, well, unfortunately, guys, we had some cars spinning in front, and sometimes as best you try, you just get caught up in somebody else's mess. We had lapped cars that were not in great shape, fighting with each other for position, and you like it when they get out of the way of the leader, but they didn't in this case, and they ended up causing a wreck in front of us. And Christian did his best. He got around most of the cars, but there was one last car. He went high and just couldn't quite get it on the high side.
All right, sorry about that.
We're going to try and get the car fixed and get back out there and finish the race, but that's going to take us out of the win. All right, you're all clear. So, just so you know, you're still P3. Fourth place car is about 4 seconds back.
Very frustrating, man, when you have the pace and you're up front where you need to be, you got through everything, and then something like that happens. Very frustrating. And anybody who knows me knows I hate second and third more than I hate coming in last. At least if I come in last, I know I didn't have a shot or, you know, a prayer in hell at all, but
well, you just moved up to P2. The only car right now on the lead lap is the leader, and he's got 3 laps on you. So you're in good shape here for at least a P2. P3 is 3.4 seconds behind you. He actually is the next car in front of you on the track.
So you're saying take him out?
Well, he's about 5 seconds in front of you, so good luck.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course.
P2, bud. That's not terrible. I know you're not happy with it, but... ooh, nice avoidance there. I guess I still had some spotting to do there at the end, didn't I?
That's all right. Yeah, thanks. We should have won that, and I hate P2 more than anything.
Yeah, I think if we could have got by that one car, I think you had it. There wasn't really anybody challenging you, so yeah, that kind of sucks when you know it was yours to lose. But hey, you know, you did 2 races tonight. You got a first and a second. I think that says a lot. So, and to come back from a spin and salvage a second, that's pretty good. So.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Hopefully we can jump on another one of these and have better success. But shout out to your fans watching, and hope they enjoy their careers as either drivers or spotters or whatever it is that you do that's involved in racing, man. It's such a fantastic sport. Even when it doesn't go your way, it's still the best sport on earth.
Yeah, that's good words there, Christian. And yeah, I'll echo that too, guys. For anybody who's watching this who wants to try this, whether they want to become a spotter, driver, whether this is something that they're using to practice for doing something in real life, or whether you're just interested in committing to esports, which is becoming a real big thing now, and you know, is becoming every bit as legitimate as driving in real life. You know, absolutely go for it. And this is a good example of, like, you know, some nights the luck just doesn't fall your way, but you come back, you get back on the track, you make the best of it. And you know, tonight Christian salvaged a good finish on a night when it was otherwise disappointing, and that's the way a lot of nights are going to go. You're not going to win most of your races, but if you make sure that you make the most out of every opportunity, you're going to do quite well. So hope everybody enjoyed this video. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We had a blast bringing it to you, and until next time, we'll see you on the next lap. And that was my outro.
Nailed it.